Yo, what's up, guys? Rojo Kobe here, back with another live stream. Tried to stream the other day. It was not working. So, well, I was just having a lot of just issues in general. Let me check if my, all right, working on YouTube. Perfect. Let me share my live real quick for everybody who wants to come join. Boom, boom. But yeah, so I tried to go live the other day, and I was just having a freaking it's a bad day. Like the cord to my mic broke, so I had to buy a new cord. Thank God it was only the cord and it wasn't the whole mic, because that would have freaking sucked if I had to buy another mic. That would have just been, excuse me, that would have just ruined my whole entire week. Also, and then OBS, for some reason, I guess it just I stream. I have a MacBook, so it streams the CPU and the RAM space, and it's just a MacBook Air. So the RAM space and the CPU isn't very great, So OBS, like, it needs a higher, more powerful computer. My computer is not that powerful, and then I'm also just not going to get another computer, if right now, unless I get the money to. Because this one works perfectly fine for what I need it for. Because, I mean, my live streams are just going to be like basically shit like this anyways. God damn it, where the fuck is this thumbnail for this live stream shit? But yeah, so today, let me see again. Post it. Group chat. Sorry, guys. All right, enough of that. So today we're just going to be looking at some like reviews and feedback I got from HeroesCon last week. Pretty much. What's up, Near? What's up, dude? Pretty much, if you watched some of my older streams, I pretty much talked about how I was making my one shot and making printouts for HeroesCon. That was pretty much like one of the main reasons I was going. Let me see if I can find my copy that I have left. Shit. Oh, this isn't it, but this is the old mock one that I had. This isn't the one. I can't find the one, my black and white version, but it's around here somewhere on my desk. But I think it's right here. Here you go. So pretty much, I was handing these out to all the pros while I was there. I gave out a bunch. So Daniel Warren Johnson, Tarrell Kenyon are the two people who like live stream also on their YouTube page, and they, more times than not, they will what's it called? They react to like they'll go to cons and they'll make streams about stuff they get at conventions, and they also do streams about like drawing and stuff like that. And I'm gonna react to. They actually showed my comic on their live stream, so I'm going to react to what they said and the feedback they gave me. And what compared to what they said in the live stream and what they said to me in person. Because Tarrell, I had a good conversation with him for like 10-15 minutes, and he actually looked through like I showed him my iPad with the full complete drawings, and he looked through everything and gave me some really good feedback. Daniel, what he says on his stream and what he said in person is pretty much 1-1. So yeah, and then I gave a bunch. I had like 10-15 copies. I gave a bunch out to a bunch of different people. So let me see. First things first. If you haven't, go check out some of my comics. Let me see. Share my screen real quick. Boom. Yeah, go check out my my comics, avoxcomics.com. This is where I have all of my comics, everything you want from Rojo Kova. This is where I got it. So I have stickers on for sale, $5 each. I have all my old comics, Strange Fruit Revenge, which I dropped, I believe, in March. That's my latest work that I've done. It's a horror comic. It is the story of Nat Turner meets Spit on Your Grave. It's about a runaway slave who gets caught, killed, and brought back to life by an evil deity and gets revenge on his slave masters. I also have the first 11 chapters of my ongoing series, BAM, which is not ongoing right now. It's on hiatus because I wanted to get better at some of my artwork. So, but you can still read all the 11 chapters on there for free. All this is for free. And then I also have my one shot, which is my very first like real quote unquote comic that I've done. Excuse me, the Law Zone. So yeah, go check that out if you don't mind. So now let me pull up the what's it called? It's the reactions that I got from like the reviews that I got from the live stream from these other creators, and we'll go from there. So first, we're gonna look at Daniel Warren Johnson's review of my book. Like I said, Daniel Johnson, he does a Friday stream every Friday called Friday with D-Dubs, and he pretty much just talks about all the stuff that, he either draws on there. He talks about his new projects. It's just like a regular live stream. It's really cool. It's also cool because he's like a pro, and he's like really, really prominent right now. He's really popular, especially he just did this Transformers comic, which probably sold like the most comics, the most in the last like this year. I think he sold like over like 250,000 first issue. I don't know. I mean, they're still reprinting the first issue now. It's probably like on this 8th reprint. So we're gonna look at that one, see what he has to say, and we'll react back and forth with that. So, all right. This is Daniel Warren Johnson looking at Nobody's Safe, my fan comic.
I think we had this person in the chat.
I was watching live.
Nobody's safe. Check me out. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. We'll get to that in a second. Nobody's safe. So, sorry, some language. So this guy's got some attitude.
So, I put all the go back. So on all my books, I had all of my like info on there, and I did that on purpose because like I said, I used to watch the streams, and he would always say, if you're going to freaking like hand out your work, you need to have your contact information. So I had a QR code which went straight to my website on there. I had like my IG handle and my YouTube channel handle also on there. So that's just like, rule of thumb. If you're going to go and give out your work to somebody like for free, like these little ash cans that I made, or like cards or flyers or printouts, whatever you're going to hand out, stickers or whatever, you should also like, it should be like an advertisement of sorts or a flyer of sorts for whatever you got going on, because that just makes sense, because nowadays that's where people are looking for artists and stuff like that. They look for on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. So like, that's just a rule of thumb for anybody who's like wanting to become a comic creator, whatever, and wants to get their stuff out there, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Rojo? Oh man. Sorry, dude. I don't know your full name. We met and I can't remember. Kova's Lookout. He's in the chat.
Yeah, I was watching live. Because I knew it. I knew he was gonna fucking react to this shit.
Sorry, I'm blanking. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, look at this. Hand stapled. I love it. We got that passion. We got that fire. I'm going to just open this up.
Yeah, I printed them at work. I printed a couple of the copies at at work. So just stapled them at work. I don't know how to staple the middle, so I just stapled the side. Real homemade vibes. You dig?
Great drop kick. Love it. Love this energy. And I told him when he came, he's like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, this is awesome. This is really cool. Look at that hand. It's so good. What are you doing to me? What is with this background? No way, bro. Get out of here. You're better than that.
It sucks because he zoomed in and he forgot to zoom back out. So like, I didn't get you can't really see the full pages or whatever, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not tripping too much about it, but so yeah, he did say that about the background. So what I would do, I have like these brushes on Procreate, and I would just like stamp like those bricks. You can see like kind of like the bricks right here. I would just stamp them in and da. And really what I was doing was like I was trying to get it done for the con. So I kind of just was doing a bunch of shortcuts with the bricks and stuff. I also photo bashed a couple like cityscapes in there for like certain panels, and I went back and redid all that stuff. Obviously because like I got a lot of people were like, a lot of the creators I showed and got feedback from were like, yeah, that photo bashing shit and like the go and just draw your backgrounds and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna do that, and I was planning on doing it anyways, but I was like, I'm definitely gonna try to do it now because that was like a common critique or negative thing that I got from this fan comic.
You're too good of an artist to have these computer backgrounds. Get out of here. I called him out.
So you see the photo bashing right there.
And the only reason I would ever call somebody out like this is because I believe that their lines have the capability to like this Photoshop stuff. Nope. Sorry again. I don't want to put you through the ringer, my dude. But also, like, you're too good to have this.
He's funny, man.
You're too good.
Yeah, I mean, it was honestly like really like invigorating for him to give me like, you know, such positive feedback overall. I mean, I didn't expect him to be like, "Oh, you fucking suck. Like, don't like stop drawing." Like, obviously, I don't think he would ever did that. Like, he doesn't come off as a person that would have done something like that. He's, you know, seems like he's a really cool guy for the most part. But he, you know, overly complimented me and also gave me real feedback that I could use, and that I, you know, obviously I'll show you some of the stuff that I fixed later. And it was honestly awesome to get feedback from Daniel. And he's also like, you know, he's one of my favorite comic artists out right now. So it's awesome to get the feedback from him. It's also awesome that he's even like, you know, adding more to it when he was on stream, you know, talking about my character design, stuff like that. So yeah, it was awesome. You know, I felt really good after, like I was like really nervous to give him the comic, and I was like, oh man, like, I don't know, like I'm saying crazy. And you know, he gave me a lot of good feedback, and I really appreciated that from him.
This is too cool. There's attitude here. There's energy. There's life. There's specialness. And this just makes it, you know. Keep going, my man. Keep going.
Yeah.
Work on those backgrounds. Work on those environments. I'll see you next year.
Yep. And then yeah, that was like the last thing he said. He was like, "Oh, I'll see you next year." And I'm definitely gonna try to go back next year with I probably won't go back with that Spider-Man comic. I'll have something new, you know, done. I have 2 other stories in my mind that I'm going to work on after I'm done with the Spider-Man one. So, you know, I'll go back with some more stuff and get more feedback and stuff. But yeah, like I said, it was cool just to, you know, hear it from him and hear it from somebody like I idolize and I look up to, who's, you know, who was in the same footsteps as me. Like, you can, like, he's documented, like, you know, on YouTube and on Instagram, and, you know, of doing, like, he started off doing a web comic, you know, Space Mother, if you don't know. And, you know, he went from there, and he's now, you know, 4 or 5 years later, I think probably longer than that, you know, he's popping. So it's awesome that he like gave me that feedback. And, you know, showed me, you know, some really good, you know, some love and stuff. It made me feel good, like I said, as an artist and stuff, you know. So it was, you know, it was cool, I guess. Yeah. You know, so yeah, I'm definitely going to try to go back with some better work and, you know, show off some more. I also got some really cool feedback from Eric Canetti. I don't know if you guys who know who Eric Canetti is, but he is the author of Arc Athena. This is his book. Let me see. His book right here. He's a really, really great artist. He's with Iconic Comics, who's best known for Common America. He gave me, so like, it was crazy. So quick story. So I went up to because Eric's booth with Iconic Comics. He was there with the Common American guys, right? And I knew Eric a little bit because I watched his podcast called The Ink Drop. And so I was like, oh, would you, you know, I gave him my book because, you know, give him the whole spiel, like, would you give him some feedback? Da, 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 da. And he was like, yeah, like whatever. And I was like, you know, because at that time it was like the end of the show. So I was like, you know, tomorrow, I think it was like Saturday evening or Friday. I don't remember which day it was. And he was like, yeah, sure. You know, I was like, I asked him, would you have, you know, maybe tomorrow I'll come by and give like a full portfolio review of like my whole entire thing. He was like, yeah, sure. He's like, here, like, he took my book. He, you know, he thought it was cool and stuff like that. And he was like, here, take my books for free and give me some feedback. So he gave me all 3 of his books. And these are like high quality books. He was selling for like $25 each. Like, look at that. It's like glossed over, hardcover, bind, you know, everything. And he's like a really good artist also. So, and it was really cool. That made me feel good too. I was like, damn, he gave me all of his books for free. Like, look at this shit. Like, these are like good quality books. Like, look at that. All 3 of them for free. That's $75 worth of stuff he just gave them to me because he was just like, you know what? I guess he just liked my enthusiasm. I don't know. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, you know, like, I felt cool. Like, that's cool. So, and then when I went back the next day, he gave me a lot of feedback. He like kind of broke some things down. Like, you know, this thing structurally with this part, he like, you know, went over like some of my panels, kind of like redrew a little bit of them, was like, you know, this, you know, kind of work on this perspective and this and that and that and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, a lot of cool, great feedback. So another thing that kind of made me feel good, like, damn, like the general consensus for me is like I'm moving in the right direction with my comic book creating. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I got a lot of feedback I got in general was like my storytelling was very clear, and my storytelling, and especially with this book, I guess it made sense. It was flowing right and stuff like that. Like obviously, art takes a long time to get to. Like art takes a while to get better at. Right? It takes years for people to master their craft of drawing like people and design backgrounds and design stuff like that. Because as a comic book artist, you're doing it's a multifaceted thing. Like you're not just doing one job. You're drawing hundreds of pictures in one, a book. You know what I'm saying? 20 pages of a book is what contain like 80 individual different pictures and stuff like that. So you have to like learn a lot and do a lot of different things. So and it's cool. Just like I said, it was cool to get the feedback from him and all that stuff. So next we're gonna look at Tarrell Canyon's feedback on my book. Tarrell Canyon, who's kind of a newer guy on like the pro scene. Like he's been making indie comics for like a while and making drawing comics for like a long time. He's an older guy, also like probably like his late 30s, early 40s, whatever. I don't know, whatever. But he just got published through Image with one series he just finished called The Schlub. There's like a Freaky Friday, like a dentist and a superhero like switch bodies, and it kind of goes from there. The dentist is kind of like a dirtbag, and the superhero is just like some alien superhero, Superman analog type. But so we're gonna look at what he had to say about Nobody's Safe.
Mando thing, kind of cool. Sorry if it was one of you guys. I don't remember that one. Let's see what we got here. Nobody's Safe. This is a little Spider-Man, X-Men kind of fan comic thing. This guy, the Rojo Kova.
It's so funny how like people have a hard time saying my name. Like it's just Rojo Kova. I mean, it's Spanish, I guess, but like it's not like the most complicated Spanish. It's just red. You just say Kova. I don't know. I always thought that was funny. But anyways.
Came by and talked and showed me his portfolio, and we had a good chat about his work. And he has some really cool stuff in here. There's some really good staging of the action, really kind of dynamic panels. But we had a really good chat. He we did like a portfolio review, and I'm really glad that he came by. I believe he's been on the stream a few times. So if you're out there, bud, it was really good to meet you in real life and kind of talk about the work. One thing.
The cool thing about Tarrell, he was probably like one of the only people that was like, if you're gonna do like the digital background, you should try to do it like this and like that. Because I don't know if he does multimedia when he does his artwork. I'm not too sure, but so I just thought that was kind of cool. He gave me a really thorough look through on my portfolio. Like again, I had my iPad with me with like my full pages, and I showed him the whole deal, and he kind of just like work on this and do that, like a lot of it was like like just general stuff, which I already kind of know, like anatomy and structure and perspective, just like little things like that. Like if you're gonna do like forced perspective, you should like outline certain things more to make it pop, and just like little like tidbits here and there. Sean Crystal, if you guys don't know, he's part of the Ink Drop podcast, also Eric Canetti, and when I was talking to him, he told me something that stuck with me out of his feedback was like, so there are three different, if you're working in black, white, red, which I do. So there's black, your three colors are black, gray, and white. So you have a gallon of black, you have like a quart of gray, and then like a pint of white. So like in order to like layer your artwork, you should, use those three colors to a certain advantage in a certain way in order to convey your artwork in like the best way possible. You know what I'm saying? You know when to use your whites, know when to use your grays, and know when to use your blacks, and how to layer them out to stage your artwork to pop more or to be more like, I don't know the word for it, but like that's kind of the feedback he gave me. Another thing Tarrell told me was just like something that I kind of already knew in life was just like, take what you want, information you want from the people who you're giving your information to, like who you're asking for help from. Like take the stuff that you want to hear, like you want, and you can like discard the shit that you don't need to hear or like doesn't really pertain to you or whatever the case is. So that was another a good thing that he told me, which is like something like I said I already kind of knew in life. It's just kind of like that's just kind of like a general life lesson thing, anyways. Another cool thing. So I also showed Juan Gideon. If you know who Juan Gideon is, he did the Jurassic League run like 2022. It's like the Justice League, but we're all like dinosaurs or whatever the fuck. And something that I wasn't thinking about when I first went to the con was he was like, you should, like, I gave him a copy of my book. He said, oh, this is cool, da da da. He gave me like just a little short general feedback, and he was like, if you're going to, you should give some of these to like some indie publishers. Maybe they'll, hit you up for some work, blah blah blah. And so I did. I gave like 2 copies, one to one publisher and one to another publisher. So we'll see. Who knows? But I was thinking about that. I should have thought about that. I should have made copies just to give out to like publishers to maybe solicit myself, whatever, if they need like a cover artist or whatever. But yeah, let's see what else Tarrell.
I like that he does in here is, where is it at? Where's that page at? Oh, check this out. So he's got this like fire in the eyes here. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that. And then where's the other spot? Oh, here we go. Check this out. All this like the symbiote kind of stuff coming off. Pretty cool. But yeah, check them out.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, so for all my inspiring artists who watch my streams or watch my channel or whatever, don't be scared to go and just give your workouts to people. It's at the end of the day, that's what you're making if you're making comics or manga, whatever, that's what you're doing it for people to read or whatever, right? So if you have an opportunity to go to a convention or go to fucking carbonated drinks, if you have an opportunity to go to these fucking conventions and stuff like that, show them to the pros. Don't be scared. More times than not, I feel like the pros are pretty like cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, as artists, we're sensitive when it comes to like our stuff, right? Because we find our artwork to be precious. We find our work to be precious. So we don't want people to shit on us, especially if we're working hard on it. No matter what the quality is, if you're putting in like 2 hours to work on a page, it might not come out as like the best fucking thing, but you still put those 2 hours in, and that should count for something. So don't feel like not bad, but like people like so that accounts for something that it's called sweat equity, like sweat equity. You know what I'm saying? Like that accounts for something. So that's just something to think about, a tidbit for like artists and stuff like that. I haven't been drawing for that long. I've been drawing for about 4 years, since like 2021. I got back into drawing, and I feel like I progressed a lot. I'm still not where I want to be. I don't think any artist feels like they are where they want to be. But if you put in the work, put in the hours, and that's what you're doing, at the end of the day, that should be enough for you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I said, if you can go to these conventions, if you can go to these shows and show these pros what you can do or like what you're doing, and you're not scared to get feedback, then go do it. So that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Artists are supposed to help each other, especially the more prominent artists should help the lower artists. Do they need to? No, but they should. I've gotten shitty feedback from a pro before, through Facebook, and fuck that guy. That's a story for another time, another stream. But like that guy was just a fucking dickhead, honestly. Saying like whatever. Anyways, like I said, another time, another stream, that's a different story. But yeah. So I think I got one more person, I guess I can kind of show. So there's a podcast that I watch, and a group on Instagram that I'm a part of, called the like the power to the panel. It's like Kayfam thing. I don't want to go too much into it, but it's just like after the passing of Ed Piscor, some of his friends went, and one of his friends, he went and just started making his own podcast, kind of like trying to humanize Ed Piscor. Because I mean, if you know, if you don't, then you could do your research on what happened with him and all that stuff. But whatever, I don't want to get go down that rabbit hole. So he started his own podcast called Power to the Panel, where he does more integral ideas and talks with about like the comic industry and stuff like that, not like how to, but more like a mindset of like what mindset you should have when you're making comics, and how to be more productive and things like that, right, to think of. And so Brian Moss, I sent him a copy of my book also, because I know, just because, just like, because I know he appreciates comics, he appreciates these underground type comics and stuff like that. So I sent him a copy of the book, and he really liked it. He appreciated it, which, like I said, another thing to my surprise, like I don't know what to expect when I send my books out. You know, this is my first time actually really putting myself out there in a more like real way, not just like posting links on my Instagram story or just sharing a link on Facebook or whatever the fuck, right? So on his intros to all of his podcasts, he like promotes like the people who are in this group. So he'll like, you know, this guy's working on this comic and you can buy it on this website. Da, da, da. So he shared my comic on the intro this time, and he said some really cool stuff about my book, man. And you know, I really appreciate it because I did an interview on the YouTube. If you guys want to go and just, you know, go check it out. It's called the Kayfam, the KAY fam Instagram. You go on there. I just shared the link on my community tab on YouTube. So go to my community tab. The video is on there, so you can check out like the whole entire stream. It's a good podcast. It's in my opinion, it's a really good podcast. I like it because, like I said, it's not a typical comic book or drawing podcast. It's more like integral and more like mindset and stuff like that. So, so yeah, that's kind of what that is. So let's look at what Brian had to say about Nobody's Safe. And then after this, we will probably just do a little bit of screen toning, and then that will be it.
Is drum roll, everybody. Marco does our music. They're awesome. I love them. They keep this shit sailing because, trust me, it wouldn't be sailing. I'm telling you it wouldn't, because Mossy's too busy. If Mossy's recording this on his birthday morning, that tells you, and this is just the intro, that tells you how slammed I am. But I love you guys. I'm here for you guys. Now, we sponsor people who are doing the right thing. Our sponsors don't work through money. They will one day, because we need money to support this shit. But right now, we are relying on the creative community. That is our core, always, and they will always have a spotlight to be shown here in our community. And they're part of our community and part of the community at large. And we got our boy, Rojo Kova. I'll put this on the screen.
Brian's like the worst with my name. I don't know why he says my name so bad, but he's like the like, I don't know. I don't know, whatever. Like I said, it's so funny. I just, people just don't like mispronounce my name. It's just Rojo. No, but whatever. Anyways, I guess not a lot of people are like adapt to like Hispanic or like, you know, Spanish names, whatever. Anyways,
screen so you can see it. ROJOCOVA. Now, Kova, check out this book. We did an interview last week with Kova on the channel, on the Instagram page, on Kayfam Sunday. So go to Kayfam Sunday on Instagram, and you can check out this interview with Kova. Now, that interview will be put on YouTube for all my YouTubers. But his book is.
So yeah, I did an interview. It was like 20 minutes, maybe give or take, on Instagram Live. I think like he's gonna put it on his YouTube. I don't know when. But so whenever he does, I will share on my community tab. It was a good interview, short, sweet, to the point. So you know, it was cool, man. I like Brian's vibe. He's really cool, laid back, super chill, and really intelligent guy. But yeah,
it's just so much fun. Hours of fun to be had. It's awesome. I read this. I think I've read it like 12 times so far. Kova is the dude. He's awesome. He's very bright. He's very young. He's very productive, and he's very positive. We need more Kovas in our industry. I'm saying this now. We need more Kovas in our industry now. Okay? You can also go to Kova's YouTube, which is incredible. The YouTube is another level. COVAS. Look out. That's going to be on YouTube. His videos get a lot of views. I've learned stuff from his videos, and I'm old.
I just started getting a lot of views on my channel, and just like literally this last month. Thanks to everybody who's been watching. I could not have done this without you guys. You know, I feel good, and I'm monetized now, partners, all that good shit. So whatever. But yeah, I started getting a lot of views, lately. Like my Dahmer video is almost at 90K, or I think it's past 90K now, so that's pretty fucking dope. But yeah, man. Let me see what DRC has to say.
Old. You're probably saying like, well, how old are you, Brian? Today's your birthday.
I think that's all. Yeah, I think he said some more shit, but let me see. I think he says a little bit more about the book after.
Look at this. They got a dog.
He shows up a lot of people, like a lot of people in our group. He shows up a lot.
So yeah, so this is incredible. You're gonna get this, and we're gonna go through this next week. So, and everyone, I have a second copy of Nobody's Safe. So I think what we'll be doing is some sort of giveaway at this one, because anyone that can get their hands on this book, he'll be finished with it in July, but you'll want
July 1st. Pages start dropping on the community tab and on my website. So sign up for my newsletter.
this. You'll want this copy. This is the hipster copy. This is the I was there before everybody copy. So yeah, so we're gonna check out Mike's work this.
Yeah. All right. So that was that. But yeah, man. Like I said, Brian's super cool. I fuck with Brian. He's just cool vibes, super chill. We are like in a group chat. I think we're gonna work on a grand design, like a Ninja Turtle grand design, I think in August. So that's perfect timing because I'll be done with Nobody's Safe by then. So I'll be able to do like a page or two for that whenever they get everything together. So that'll be dope. But yeah, go check out that podcast though. Like I said, it's in the community tab. Go check it out. They're good. It's a good channel, super cool. Like I said, really good mindset, positive, low vibes, lo-fi, chill shit. I fuck with it. I like it. I think it's a really good pod. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of good feedback on the comic, and I feel good about it. I think I'm moving in the right direction with it. I think that it could be, it's a fan comic, so I'm not gonna I was gonna crowdfund it, but I realized that that's just not what this is not what's gonna happen. But so let me show what I've been working on today, or can you see? All right, perfect, sweet. So yeah, I think I might start using. I'm gonna start going back to the StreamYard, because I don't know if I got any glitches. Let me know in the chat if anything's been lagging, but I don't think so. I think it's been going smoothly. So anybody's watching, just let me know if it's there's any lags or anything like that. But I was using OBS, and OBS just was not. It just did not like I said, it took up too much CPU and RAM space on my computer, and it would just make my Mac just go slow as shit. So or it would just lag out. So a lot of my older streams, there's a lot of lags and stuff. So I don't think I've got any lags yet. Like I said, if I did, just let me know in the chat. But yeah, so let me show you some of the stuff. So I fixed a lot of the background. So right here, this background and this. Oh yeah, hell yeah! Thanks, Pizza Time. Appreciate it, man. So this background, I added this background. Just New York landscape shit right here. Did this background. So this was all just flat, so. And like I said, with the whites and the grays. So I kind of tried to make it a point to make the back way darker, the midground gray, like a medium gray, and then a very a white on the floor, just to kind of switch it up a bit. There's that. Background stuff right here. I just put the extra time just going back and refixing these pages, because these pages are pretty much all done now. The first 25 pages, I pretty much have a full comic done at this point. I could put this out and just be part 1, which I'm thinking what I might do. I'm not sure yet, but so I went back and I just redrew this background, the bricks and stuff like that. Same thing with this one. I might fix this one a little bit. It looks a little awkward. I'm not too sure. I added this little thing right there with the Daily Bugle. I just found a Daily Bugle banner on Facebook or on Google, and I just imported it there. Redo this stuff, and yeah, so that's what I was doing the last couple weeks since I got back from the show, just kind of going back and just redrawing a lot of this stuff that I said I was getting critiques on, fixing some of the anatomy stuff to make it look as as best I can. I'm not a master with any of the anatomy and none of that shit yet, so it's cool stuff right there. And I think those are really the pages that really fixed mainly. So let me show you some of the stuff that working on. I finished this page the other day. I just got the dialogue. So spoiler alert, we're gonna have Lady Pool in the second act. I was gonna have just regular Deadpool, but I was like, let me switch it up. Let me have a Lady Pool there, and it's gonna be like a little gag. This page I was working on earlier, so I need to finish this. This page is pretty much done. Just a little shit here and there. Same thing with this one, pretty much done. This came out cool. I did this on the stream a couple days ago, like an older stream. So if you want to go check that out, and then there's some more stuff. And yeah, so then there's this page. This fucking like what's it called? This panel took me a minute to do, like getting this like to work and make it look like not as awkward as possible. Yeah, that shit took a minute. And then there's this page, and this page is pretty much done also. So I'm just gonna do some screen tones today, because doing anything else is just gonna take a lot of time, and I can still talk while I am toning. So I'm just gonna tone this page. So here's Lady Pool getting cross kicked by my Spider-Man character. So let me layer, boom, and we will go from there. All right, sweet. So how's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody having a good night, a good day? Has anybody done any drawing today or whatever? Let's see. How did I screen tone her? Use those bubbles. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna relax and get my fucking, what's it called? Shit. So, you doing okay? All right, that's what's up, man. Near. It's my little pad I usually draw on. I just put my iPad on here. And then this is like my guest room, so I have like a bed right here. I just usually just boop, put my feet up. I grab a pillow to like leverage myself, and then I sit back in my fucking chair and I just draw. You know what I'm saying? Most people, I don't know, I guess a lot of people, they draw hunchback over, and like that's like a common thing in like the manga, comic book thing industry or whatever. People have like bad posture and stuff like that. I can't sit like that. Like, I don't know if it's just like I'm too big or whatever the fuck, but yeah, there's no way I'm gonna sit like that. Let me see if I can like, so I usually just like pull my knees up and I just draw just like this and just look all awkward and shit. So, but yeah, so screen tone is like my favorite part of pages. Like after like inking and shit, thumbnailing is like I hate thumbnailing. Draw Pokemon. I don't draw no damn Pokemon, boy. No, I'm playing. Which Pokemon? I don't even fuck with Pokemon. You know what? I growing up, like obviously I fucked with Pokemon. Everybody loved Pokemon, but I my favorite was always Digimon. I think Digimon was like my favorite. Like out of like that monster like trading card thing, Digimon was like my favorite. I was thinking about doing a video on Digimon, but we'll see. I don't know. That might be too far out the realm of my crowd of people. YouTube is just so weird. Like when you draw videos, like you just don't know what's gonna hit and what's not. You know. I did like that Dahmer video. Like I had no like expectation of that going. Like I think not to brag, I think I had the most popular like my friend Dahmer video on YouTube at this point. You know. Because like sometimes if I know a topic might be like popular or like might be like a known thing, I will go and just kind of look up like see what like the competition is, I guess you could say. And that's not really competition, but just kind of like you don't want to make a video about something that's already like super oversaturated unless you're like one of those like people who are reactionary channel, meaning like they're like the first person on the scene all times, like people who do like reviews and shit like that on like new TV shows or whatever the fuck. They're usually like on point. They're like on top of everything. So I try not to do topics that are like have heavy like other videos that are like similar. Like so somebody looks up like my friend Dahmer, like I don't want to do a video that has like 30 different options for that. That's why like people who do like how to content, it's just like so shitty because like after a while, especially if you're doing like drawing stuff, it's like you'll run out of stuff to what's it called, like to teach or whatever. So you have to like change it up or whatever. The Sonic, yeah, you should do a Sonic fan comic, man. That's the beauty of fan comics is that you could just do anything and you don't really have to what's the word, like think of the world too much, like especially if you're already a fan of like that type of comics. Like me doing a Spider-Man comic, it was so easy to write the story because I really just like, okay, I'm just gonna pick up some of the lore from Spider-Man that I already know about, and then oh shit, what happened? And then I'm just gonna like do my own little thing, and then I don't really have to worry about like character building or like world building because it's already like a pre-established world. So like, yeah, if you're gonna do a Sonic comic, do it. There's a bunch of Sonic like comics like out there. I don't know if you read any of them. I haven't read any of them, but I know they're like super popular. And there's like so much more to the Sonic comics than there is to like anything else. There's actually a video that by this guy, his name is Matt with like 4 T's on YouTube. He's like super popular like comic book YouTuber. He's like has like a couple videos with like millions of views and shit on there. And he just recently did a Sonic comic about like the whole entire like the controversy behind like Sonic and like that prominent writer that they had who like kind of like who like created all of the Sonic like lore and stuff like that. And I think like they fired him and he like sued I think Archie Comics or IDB, I don't know, whoever owns fucking Sonic's IP, and he like sued them because he like pretty much created like all the characters outside of like the main like cast of characters. So you watch Matt. Yeah, Matt, I don't know where the fuck that guy came from, but that fool like came out of nowhere and just blew the fuck up. Like he I don't know where the fuck. Like I feel like he already had a channel before, and then like he like just kind of like switched like genres of stuff because his videos are like really high quality and like really dope. And I have no idea where the fuck he like came from. He's like I say, he just came out of nowhere and just like killed it. You know, it's just killing it right now. So yeah, I fuck with his videos. He has like a couple bangers. Like his Rob Liefeld video, I think is the one that really like popped them off. And then like he dropped that Robert Kirkman video, and that shit like blew the fuck up. And then he had a Tommy Father video, and that one. All 3 of those videos have like millions of views already. So I'm trying to be like that fool, bro. He's just like really good at his edits are really good too. Like whoever his editor is like super dope. I'm just trying to get to the point where I'm just dropping what's it called? What the fuck? Why is it like that? Where do I draw the hand at? That's why you need to fucking name my layers, bro. Fucking stupid. I just want to be get to the point where I what's it called? Where I can like get sponsors and shit. Like if I can average like 10K views, god damn it, 10K views a fucking video, I will for sure be able to get sponsors, and then now I don't have to worry about YouTube ad revenue, AdSense and shit. Because AdSense is cool. Like I've started getting AdSense, but like you start realizing like, god damn, like you have to like if you want to make money, a lot of money on YouTube, like just off of YouTube without sponsors and shit, like you really have to be like on some Mr. Beast type shit, like making like millions of views and stuff. Yeah, I mean, if I could, you know, contact man, get, you know, maybe in like a year or two, once I get a little bit more popular, more prominent, I'll be able to collab with him. If I did that, that would be a good look. That would give me a lot of points and shit, you know, clout and stuff, whatever the fuck. But yeah, his channel is big, man. I mean, he's kind of I think his wave is kind of dying down a little bit. Like his viewership is a little bit down, but I think it's because he's doing more obscure topics, I guess, because he like the video about the Argentinian comic artist and the Sonic stuff. So he's kind of branching out a little bit. And I mean, that just happens though when it comes to like just being like a YouTuber. Like if you do something that's like not in the same vein, you know, you have your highs and your lows when it comes to videos and stuff. So it's whatever. Like I just dropped this video about Childish Gambino being Spider-Man, like the Donald for Spider-Man thing, and that video did all right compared to like my last like 3 videos that like hit like 1K in like the first day. But I mean, it's whatever. I'm not tripping too much about it. Like, it is what it is. I was gonna reference my own shit so I can remember what the fuck I drew on this character. Everybody got 5 people in the chat. What's up? What's up? So what are you guys reading? Anybody reading any good books, manga, comics, seen any good movies? I recently watched that Zendaya movie, The Challengers, like about like her being like a tennis star. He's like has like these two like lover boy characters, or whatever. The movie is freaking fire, dude. Zendaya, bro, she's like her acting chops have really gone up. Like Euphoria really convinced me like she's a good actress, but like everything she's done after Euphoria is just she's just like better and better. Like she's cool in Spider-Man, but like her like Euphoria, the way she plays Rue is really good, and that movie Challenges, if y'all haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. Like she just killed, like that whole movie's vibe is just like super dope. Furiosa, man, I want to go fucking see that shit. I love the other Mad Max movie, Fury Road. That one was super dope when I went to go see, because I like I'm younger, so like I didn't grow up on any of the old like Mel Gibson Mad Max shit. So when I went to go see Fury Road, I really had like no idea what was gonna happen, and I just watched it. I was like, bro, this movie is fucking fire. And that's probably like one of the only movies I oh yeah, Zendaya's fucking, oh man, I'm talking about doing it in a second. What's it called? Mad Max. Like I said, I had no idea, and I'm not a huge Tom Hardy fan. Like I'm honestly, I honestly just don't fucking like his acting at all. Like I think he's a very like poor actor. Like I think he's good in like certain roles. Like he's like a guy, he's like a one trick pony, you know, whatever. Like I mean, I'm glad he's prospering and being like, you know, popular or whatever, but I think he's just a shitty fucking actor. That's just my opinion though. But that Doom movie was Mad Max, the whatever the fuck it was, the Fury Road, whatever, that shit was fucking fire. But yeah, Zendaya was also good to do that. I forgot about that. Dune, the second one, oh my god, that shit was crazy. And that was another franchise I wasn't too familiar with when I first watched the first one. This foot is fucked up, and to fix that. But I wasn't too familiar with. And then when I watched the first Dune, I was like, oh, this is cool, but it was like super complicated. Like you learning about all the houses and all the political government shit. But then like the second one, they kind of like, they didn't dumb it down, but they definitely like was less about like the House of Harkonnen and this is because you know whatever, and they just was like straight just action, and it was like super dope, and I fucking loved Dune. The second one was super dope, so I can't wait to see the whatever they got going on next. Especially like the part where they're on the I think the Harkonnen planet, whatever, the planet where everybody's like white and like whatever. That shit was fucking dope. Where they had the crazy nephew fighting to go into the planet and take over, whatever. Damn, how the fuck that guy should work? But yeah, Dune was dope. Zendaya's coming up, man. She's definitely gonna get an award. I don't know what, like she's gonna get like an Oscar or something like that for something, because she's just like a dope ass actress, and she just like she picks her roles very wisely. There's like a few like there's like actors who do that, like a Michael B. Jordan and other people who like that, who like don't take every single role that's handed to them. Like they really pick their roles really wisely and like play to their strengths, but also like Zendaya branches out a lot. Like she's not playing a lot of the same people or like the same type of characters. Like The Rock will play the same guy in every movie, right? Like he does that purposely. The same thing, kind of like Will Smith, kind of the same thing. You know, I mean, it doesn't mean they're not good actors, but they know what roles that work for them. You know what I'm saying? Like Will Smith branches out sometimes, you know, so he has movies that are more serious or more funny, just depending. But like The Rock is always like the big buff, goofy guy at this point, right? When he first was out in Hollywood, I remember his movies, he was a little bit more he would try to do the more serious stuff, but I guess he kind of realized that wasn't working. So he just was like, fuck him, see the fucking big goofy dude. Especially all the movies he did with Kevin Hart. Him and Kevin Hart. I'm pretty sure from like 2016 to like 2019, Kevin Hart and The Rock had like 3 movies out, like a movie every single quarter. Like them fools dropped it. Excuse me. Movie after movie. And they definitely cleaned up. Yeah, I don't know. What else? My Hero Academia is ending in August. Thank God, so now I can catch up on that fucking shit. Because I have not, like, I fell off after they introduced old boy's brother, the blue fire guy, I forgot his name. After they introduced him, I stopped fucking reading it because I just lost time and just with those type of fucking like manga that come out with chapters like weekly, bi-weekly, like once you're behind like 10 chapters is like it's hard to keep up. Like at this point, the only two manga that I'm like up to date with is Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, I don't like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even like Jujutsu Kaisen like that no more. Like I've definitely like have fallen out of love with it. But it's just when I started reading the manga. I actually have a couple videos about that on my channel that I got hella hate for, but I don't care. It's my opinion. But yeah, like Chainsaw Man, like I like Chainsaw Man still. Like I think the only thing that kind of fucked me up with Chainsaw Man is that the anime was like, I don't know, man. Like it was weird. Like the anime was cool. It was cool. They could have did a little bit better with the 3D CGI with the fight scenes, but it wasn't like horrible. But like the tone in the anime was fucking off. Like I feel like the tone was more serious than I expected it. I don't know if you guys have seen the Chainsaw Man anime, which is still good. Like if you like Chainsaw Man, the anime is good, but like the score, like the music in the manga and the anime was kind of like too much of a serious tone. The storyline, like I mean, the storyline was fine. I mean, it was one for one, like any anime is with the manga, but like it was like I did not expect it to be like super like I don't know. I thought it was just gonna be goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like Denji's just a goofy, dumbass character. Like that just like wants to touch boobs and shit. Like I didn't expect it to be as serious in tone as it was, but it's still good at anime. I can't wait for this next season, see what they do, especially like what the like all the other shit that goes on in that first story arc that like happens. I can't wait to see what they do, how they do all animated stuff like that, like the sequels when they go into like hell or whatever. Like that shit was crazy. I also can't wait for Fujimoto to drop the Lookout. What's it called? Not Lookout. Look Back. That movie is supposed to be coming out. I don't know when. I think this year, next year. Man, that is a good ass manga too. Like I love how Fujimoto is able to work on like an ongoing series and he'll take a break and then start like drawing like a bunch of random one shots about like crazy stories about whatever the fuck. Like he's the most random manga creator out right now, and I fucking love his shit. Like everything I've read from him, like all those one shots and stuff, have been awesome. The Look Back, Goodbye Eerie. I got his like older like works that he put out. Those like books. They're like anthology books of all his old work from before, like when he got popping. They're called Before Chainsaw Man, literally. And it's like all of his old shit, I guess, when he was still coming up. I don't know if it's like work that he like submitted to like Shonen Jump from like contest or something. I don't fucking know, but yeah, you can see the progression of his style, like how he kind of went from like more detailed stuff to more like simplistic style that he has now with Chainsaw Man. I fuck with it. I fuck with that fool, man. Can't wait to see what he does with yeah, Chainsaw Man. They went from like I don't know if you guys read the most recent chapters, but it's gone from like PG-13 to like straight up X hentai. Not really, but yeah. Drama Super Monks come back on some see what episodes. Yeah, I never I never really got into Super. Honestly, I didn't even watch the fucking anime. I had my older brother just told me about it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was kind of like, I don't know, Superman. I mean, not Superman. Dragon Ball Z, kind of like I'm cool with like the base Dragon Ball Z shit. Like for me now at this point, Dragon Ball Z is like I go back and I'm just watching like certain story arcs or battles and stuff. So like pretty much like Trunks is like my favorite Dragon Ball Z character. So like I would just go back and watch like the Frieza, the Android Saga or the Cell Saga. That's pretty much it. Like I kind of do the same thing like with Naruto. So like with Naruto, I go back and I would just watch like the tuning exams and then I'll watch the like the Death Force, like that's pretty much it. Like the tuning exams, I watched the first Naruto Sasuke fight, the Death Valley, and Rock Lee fights Gaara the first time. Like I would just rewatch like those classic fight scenes and like whenever they're going to like save Sasuke and stuff like that. Like I watched that, like that's like probably peak Naruto for me, like it's like peak nostalgia, peak like that's when I first started when I was watching on Toonami, that's when I started watching it, and then Shippuden, I don't really have that much of a close connection to Shippuden as I do with the original Naruto, because Shippuden was cool, but like That one I didn't watch. I was coming on. Like I just waited for that one. I waited for Shippuden to be over with, and then I watched it. But yeah. So yeah, when it comes to those old like classic anime, that's really the ones that are like super long like that. I just go back and watch specific like story arcs and stuff like that, or fight scenes. But I was watching Eureka 7 last night, because I saw there's a page I follow on Instagram called NY something, like whatever. They just post a bunch of like random like artistic stuff, and they posted Eureka 7 on there, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't fucking forgot about that anime. So I went back and was watching the first episode. Eureka 7 was like one of those tsunami animes that would come on like in the middle of the night. Like if you stayed up late enough, you'll see an episode of it, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And I remember watching the episode. I don't remember what episode it was, and I honestly don't remember the plot of the anime. Really, it's a Studio Bones like original, and it's like some like Gundam aliens and some other shit. I don't fucking remember, but it's a cool fucking I'm gonna rewatch it. It's only like 50 episodes. I might fuck around and just watch the whole thing. We'll see. I don't really be watching shows like that, to be honest. Like I'll watch shows like if like I'm at work, I'll download some episodes on my phone and I'll like watch it while I'm doing I do like an office job, so like I'll just watch it while I'm doing my paperwork, watch shows. I mean, but I mainly just be watching podcasts and interviews and shit now. I should be trying to like learn about like random shit. But I've been watching The Boys, which is like another victim of like people just giving it random hate because they didn't understand the book. They didn't understand the show to begin with. Like people thought Homelander was like cool, even though Homelander is like literally like he's like a whole like metaphor for like the alt-right like conservative like goofies and shit. When you get back in the trunk. I started drawing when I was like in middle school, right? And I stopped drawing. Like I started drawing like probably 6th grade, stopped like in 7th grade because I started playing sports and shit. And like I really like it was like pretty much like a hard start because I started playing basketball, and like I'm one of those people who like when I like something, I kind of like fully indulge myself into it. So like when I started playing basketball, I was like super in love with basketball. So I was like super, I was like a bunch of AAU teams, a bunch of like shit like that. And then but I always loved art still. Like I didn't stop liking art and stop liking comic books. I just like it wasn't my main focus and stuff. Like whenever I would like find a cool comic or manga, I would read it. Anime, TV, whatever. So 10 years later, whatever, COVID hits. And my other main hobby that I have, or it's not really a hobby, it's like part of like my daily routine, is going to lift weights. I've been lifting for like the last like 6-7 years now, and that's like was like one of my main like sources of like stress relief and like stuff like that. And so once COVID hit, I was living in California at the time, and that shit was like they were like super tripping out there about that shit. So they like all the gyms were closed down, and I was like, fuck, I need something else to do with myself. And so I was like, man, I could start to do something creative, right? So at first I was thinking about doing like my own like fashion line, like make my own clothes and stuff like that, because I was seeing a lot of people on Instagram who had like their own fashion stuff, and like a lot of them, like there was one page I forgot what it was. The fool ended up being a scammer anyways, but he had like these cool like pop art type t-shirts and shit. And they were super cool, and I was like, man, I could do something like that. And then one day, I think it was, I don't know if you guys know what No Jumper is, the fucking hip hop page, whatever. They posted this on their story, like this comic strip, right? And I was like, what the fuck? And I read the comic strip, and it was from this guy named Simon Hanselman, who's like a cartoonist who does like this cartoon called like Werewolf Jones. And so like he's like a crude cartoonist. He's like funny shit. And he like he was doing during quarantine. During quarantine, he was doing like a daily strip. So every single day he was posting a comic strip on his Instagram page. I was like, man, I can fucking do that. Like that's cool. Like I want to do, like I like drawing, so I can get back in drawing. I can do that. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Drawing's cool. So I ended up doing that. I ended up at first I was doing it like I did it like a second, like traditionally, and then I realized like, okay, well, with my job and stuff like that, I'm not gonna be able to draw traditionally as much as like I would like. So for like time purposes, I just bought iPad, learned how to use Procreate, and then I started posting a comic strip on my Instagram page. Like if you go back, if I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, if you go scroll all the way down to like my first like post, and I don't have that, I only have like 200 posts. It's like that. I don't have that many, but you can go back and you can see where I started making like a daily comic strip. It's called My Life is a Trip, and it was just like a funny like daily comic. It wasn't daily, but like whenever I would finish a comic, I would just post it on there and just go from there. And so yeah, I did that for about like 2 months, 3 months, and then I was like, man, I want to just like do like a regular comic book. Fuck doing a comic strip. I want to do fucking like something cool. So after that, that's when I started working in the Law Zone, and that's on my website if you want to read the Law Zone. And then I kind of just went from there, and now I'm here. So 2-3 years later, I've been drawing comics, and now I'm just trying to what's it called? Like build an audience on YouTube, here on YouTube. Because while I was like studying, quote unquote, like researching like other indie comic creators like me, like manga creators, like people like DD Mark and stuff like that, seeing kind of like what they were doing. And pretty much I feel like YouTube is like the best place to build an audience for, you know, yourself. Like for artists, like if you can make like a strong core audience on YouTube, you pretty much set. Like Instagram is really fickle. Because Instagram, just like you have to keep up with trends and shit. And I was like, I'm not doing that shit. Like Inktober and all that shit. Like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. So I was like, you know, if I can just like do YouTube, I can build an audience on YouTube and then go from there. So, and so that's what I've been doing now. So I've just started hitting my stride on YouTube this last like month and a half. So I've been getting like a lot of views. I'm much, you know, started with the People Show video. I got like 30K on that one. And then I did the Felipe Smith video that had like that's like 4K right now, I think, and then you know just kind of been going from there. And yeah, so I'm hoping like this YouTube shit isn't like a fluke, whatever, and I can keep like if I can average like a couple thousand views a video, and that like translates to like comic book sales, that's all that really matters to me, to be honest. Because you know once I start getting like published and shit, like if I get like a publishing deal, like if I can get like a book published and stuff like that, I get an ongoing series published, I probably will like have to slow down on my YouTube shit, which I mean it's whatever. I'm not tripping too much about that, but for now I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. You know. The Boys is dark. I mean, yeah, the boys is definitely like just crude. I read the comic. The comic is like worse, and it's not even like in the at least with the Boys TV show, like the storylines and stuff like that actually like makes sense and is cool. But like in the comic book, the story is just like straight up like we're just gonna make fun of superheroes. And I mean, I fuck with Garth Ennis, that's the writer of the comic, but like he kind of just did the most with the comic. Like it wasn't really fun. Like the comic book was like the show's actually is fun like to watch and stuff like that. It's funny and like witty and stuff like that, and the characters are cool and like. But in the comic book, the characters are kind of just like whatever, like. You don't really care too much about them. They're all kind of shitty. Like in the show, it's like at least the characters are kind of trying to be good. Like they're trying to be like better, quote unquote, people, but like you know they're all shitty at the end of the day. But it's good. It's a good concept though. Definitely a good concept. Like superheroes corrupted by capitalism and stuff like that. But I mean, I like The Boys, and I'm already invested in watching it, so I'm kind of just waiting until it's over. I think it's like one more season left of The Boys, and I think it's gonna be over with. Which I'm kind of glad. Like. I always feel like shows should only have like between like 5 to 6 seasons, and that's it. Like I think anything more than that is just overkill. Like you're just doing too much, and you know that show's too good to be like drug out, like some Simpsons type shit. I used to fuck with the Simpsons, but now it's like the Simpsons like fucking. All right, man. I appreciate you, Near. I'm probably gonna get off here soon too. Anyways, I'm fucking getting tired. I'm gonna finish this page up, and then I'm gonna log the fuck off. But I appreciate you for stopping by and watching the stream, brother. You watched the whole thing. I appreciate you, dog. Let's got a couple more people in the chat. Let's see what they. Yeah. But yeah, I got 2 more story ideas I'm going to be working on. I think I'm gonna do another fan comics. I'm gonna work with maybe another Marvel character. I might switch up the character to be like a character that's more mine, so I can maybe try to crowdfund it. We'll see. Depends on how I feel. And then I have another character, another story that's gonna be more like not superhero related or anything like that. More like, excuse me, like slice of life, like a coming of age story, kind of. So I got two concepts of kind of like thinking about that I'm gonna do once I'm done with this Nobody Safe comic, just because I want to keep myself busy, and I just want to like my whole point of doing all these one shots is to practice on something that I want to get better at. So like with this one, it's just a super comic, and I want to make sure I get better at like my perspective and drawing buildings and dynamic posing and stuff like that. And then like the next story I might, I'm thinking it's more like a horror, like scary type story. So I'm gonna try to work on like, how to actually like invoke that scary like emotion, like, and how to like, portray horror on a comic book page and just those type of dark themes and shit like that. And the other one after that is gonna be more like sentimental type story. Like slice of life, like I said, coming of age type story. So I want to convey like true emotion on the page without it being like corny or sappy and shit like that, and just make it like more my own type deal. Just try to be like a well-rounded just like writer and creator, and then eventually I want to swing back on and remaster all of my old BAM shit like stuff, because BAM is gonna be like my like opus maximus or opus magnus, whatever the fuck the phrase is, like that's gonna be like the work that I want to do for like the next like 10 years after I'm done with all these like random one shots and stuff, just because I have that story fully fleshed out pretty much. Essentially, like I'm gonna probably go back and like redo some stuff here and there, but like I essentially have that whole entire like comic concept done, and that's gonna be like my superhero series where like I'm gonna do a lot of different things that I want to do with it that I couldn't do like it's gonna be like my Invincible, because I don't know if you guys know, but Invincible is like my favorite comic, right? Even before the show, whatever, Invincible was my jam. So with Invincible, we watched like some of Robert Kirkman's like interviews about the series. He pretty much says like Invincible was kind of like it was all like John. It wasn't just a superhero like comic. It was all types like a comic, because he goes into outer space at one point. He deals with like personal issues, like it hits a lot of different themes while being under the umbrella of a superhero comic. So I feel like with BAM, I can do that. I can hit all those different genres and concepts and stuff like that while still being under the geist of a like superhero comic. So like that's kind of like what I want to do with that series. But because I want to write and draw the whole thing. Like, so I really want to I want my art to be where I need it to be to make it like as best quality as possible, because I'm not going to hire another artist, which I don't think I'm going to need to. I feel like my art's getting better, so it's just a matter of time. So that's why I took all this like the break from the series to start working on like just like these one shots, mini series, like like short comics to what's it called, like train myself and just practice to get better and stuff like that. But with that other the horror comic I'm gonna do next, it's not really like a horror, it's more just like a suspense drama, I guess, thriller, I don't know, call it sci-fi, I guess. But that next one I'm going to do traditionally. Let me show you what I've been working on, this traditional stuff after I'm done. I'm almost done with this panel, and then I'll show you that shit. I'm gonna log off. But yeah, so I wanted to. So Heroes Con, I kind of got inspired by like all like the traditional artwork that people have there, like all the pages and stuff they have in their portfolios and shit. I was like, yeah, super cool. Like I want to try and do them. So since I will have some time, like because like I said earlier in the stream, the hours I don't work traditionally is more of a convenience thing than it is like anything else. So what's it called? So I started buying like some supplies and stuff, and I'm gonna like brushes and shit like that. And so I'm gonna start drawing my my next comic. I'm gonna do traditionally, like straight, just like I have a bunch of like manga pages, some A, B, A4. I don't know. some pages, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna start just working straight traditional with it, and just ink pages and stuff like that, and thumbnail and scan it in and do the whole 9 yards and stuff, because it would be cool just to have like some pages for myself, and and it's fun actually doing all this stuff traditional. Like I got a sketchbook, I'll show you in a second. Let me finish this little leg right here. It's fun seeing all that stuff and seeing the like I got some gouache brushes and stuff and some ink brushes that I've been working on. I've drawn some cool pieces, so I think I want to start doing like God damn it, some like cover art like that, like just like traditional cover art and paintings and stuff like that. I really love like watercolors, and like that's like my favorite thing. Like if I wasn't a comic book artist, I would do I'll be like a watercolor artist and just draw like flowers and lotuses and stuff like that, because I fucking love that type of shit. So yeah, watercolors is my jam. Gradient. There we go. Boom. Panels. Brush. So this shit on here. Like so yeah, I'm trying to figure out a good day to do. Like I'm gonna try to stream like weekly, like once a week. I'll just do like a stream where I have like a topic or whatever the fuck, and like maybe I'll just like show off some of my old, like I think in my next stream I'm gonna just show off some of my old comics. There you go. That looks good, right? The gradient right there. That's good. Yeah. All right. Cool. That page is pretty much done. I just gotta do this little background right there, and then that should be good to go. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Let me show you guys my what's it called? So yeah, so my next comic I'm gonna try to do just like traditional. So I've been like re-teaching myself how to draw like traditional. So like I'll be at work and I'll just do like these little random like on like doodles and shit on what's it called, these sticky notes. But yeah, so yeah, I got some gouache brushes and I was painting this like ink bled through, but that's like, so I've been just practicing that. I just like little Deadpool stuff. So yeah, I've been just trying to do like daily sketches. So this is like my character for Bam. I fucked up on this hand, but yeah, I just been practicing with the gouaches and stuff. It's like cover art concept right there. Perspective page, spider punk drawing I did, and I colored. And yeah, I just love the gouaches. I did I have these like gouache that I've been using. Like it's pretty much just like watercolor. So I've been using those. I really fuck with them. Like I just love the feel of it. I got all these art supplies, bunch of microns and pens and shit. This one is low-key my favorite. I just bought this one the other day. This is like my favorite pen right here. It's a Pigma BB pen. So they have like a BB, MB, and there's like another one, FB or some shit like that. I don't know. They're just brushes. This one, it brushes so well. Like when I use it, it brushes really good. I have these, they're like Copic marker type deals. Some ink, boom. But yeah, and then I have these little brushes. This is what I use with the gouaches. They're like watercolor brushes, and you just fill it up with water, and then you just use the color shit. I have 4 of them. This set came with. This just came in today. So the Sakura brush, ink brush. So I just been trying out. I grind like no, I'm not trying to go crazy. I'm trying to like keep my tools to a minimum so I don't overwhelm myself and I don't try to do the most, like do too much. But yeah, so my little sketchbook, my Rojo Kova Volume 1. So I'm gonna try to keep up with it. I was doing some anatomy study, some quick, arms and stuff like that. Like I'm really trying to like reteach myself how to draw on paper, only simply because like I'm just so used to drawing traditionally. So like I like will like double tap to like to like try to delete stuff. Like, oh wait, I need to use the eraser, not fucking double tap. I do this today a little quick sketch of like one of my characters from BAM. It's kind of, you know, it's whatever. And then I did this. It's like a Batman. So yeah, I mean, like this is like my sketchbook. Some just quick sketches. I'm just gonna do stuff. Just practicing the brush right there. The one I just got today. So yeah. Let me show you some other stuff that I did. So I drew this the other night. It's all right. I think it came out cool, I guess. It's like concept art for the new comic that I'm gonna work on after I'm done with Nobody's Safe. And I did this one. I kind of fucked it up a little bit because I was trying to do like this splatter stuff, and I got too much on the character's face. Kind of fucked it up, but it's whatever. It's just like concept art. Like I'm not married to these things. This is like concept designs, and I was just trying to test out the paper. That I use the deleter paper, but it doesn't really work well with the watercolor. So now I know. But I mean, it's whatever. So my next comic, which probably will come out in like October, November, probably October. That one probably be short, but yeah. Starting to get tired. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Go check out some of my other videos. I have a bunch of them on there. So whatever. Go to my website, sign up for my newsletter, all that good stuff. What's up, actual Dracula, man? What's up, man? About to get off though, bro. About to go to sleep. But appreciate you guys for watching. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next one. I will try to do. I'm thinking Sundays. You guys, what do you guys think? Sundays, probably like Sundays around like 10. That's probably the best time I can do because that's when my kids are sleeping, so I can get on live stream. So yes, Friday, Sundays, I'll probably try to get on live and just do whatever. So the next stream, I'm going to probably just like go through some of my old work and stuff like that and just talk about it. And I'll probably work on some more pages while I'm on stream. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.